Today, we're doing a top 10 list. Some of these might be a little wild to y'all. We don't care. Uh, but it's much better than some of the ones I've heard. Some people put Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl in their top five.
Disgraceful.
Yeah, some of y'all might actually think I'm joking, but I can name a few
There are
individuals.
people out there.
Yeah, there are actually people who I know, who I'm very close with.
Humans, like live humans that do that.
Yeah, but we're not throwing shots at them. That's still my boy though. And I'm going to his and I'm going to his birthday. I'm chilling out with bro tomorrow. So, but anyways, all right, let's begin at number 10. And at both of our number 10s,
Oh right, both of our number 10s are the same thing, huh?
yeah, Ultra Sun and Moon.
You wanna give your little explanation first, or
I think you should go first.
so I know I rag on Sun and Moon a lot. Like, oh, it's just so long. But other than that, it's just I think a really chill game compared to what Pokemon usually is. You know what I mean? We're on a tropical island. And you just wanna have fun. So you go around, you fight aliens, you fight a rival gang instead of, a terrorist organization. Now towards the end of Sun and Moon, it does lean into that and you fight the person who tries to, a Pokemon that tries to eat God. But other than that, it's just a chill time. I think Z moves aren't that bad. Uh, Ash Greninja's back, well, only for some time, and just the
Ask her.
overall vibe of it.
What?
Oh,
What?
right. All right. He doesn't.
That doesn't exist no more.
Oh, right.
You
I'm
mean the thing
sorry.
that Redcon that doesn't exist?
You mean normal? Yeah, I meant normal Greninja.
Yeah, that's just
Completely normal
normal.
Greninja.
What? This guy.
Me, of course.
Uh Sun and Moon. Uh I don't know. I feel like a lot of the dialogue is just wasted. I don't like some of the characters. I like it enough to put it in my top 10, so I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's not gonna go up much higher though.
Oh, not at all.
Yeah, it's just certain thing. Yeah, like this is not even like the longest Pokemon game, and yet it feels so dragged out, and yet so. Me and my friends did a four player Nuzlocke. I got a critical hit and accidentally killed one of them, and then we never played since.
Crazy.
Yeah, but enough about me though. That's Sun and Moon number 10. Your reason basically summed up how I felt about Sun and Moon.
Yeah, yeah, I think we have the same conclusion, same reason.
All right, I'm gonna go next. At my number 9, we got Legends Arceus, a fun game that punishes you with a kind of unfair battle system. But it don't matter. Sometimes your opponent could get 3 straight turns off of you for you using a strong style attack. Does it suck? Kind of. But Arceus, you can catch a Pokemon without entering a battle. It saves you a lot of time. The catching in this game is great. I'm gonna kill myself in this game. The catching is great. The battles are so, right? Maybe besides that Volo fight. And what else? But the world's pretty empty. There's not a lot to do besides just catching Pokemon, right? I mean, yeah, you can shiny hunt, but you get it. You know what I mean, right? It's like really Arceus is really it's more for like catching, because even though like the main game itself doesn't even have a lot of battles in it, you spend most of your time just catching kind of the same Pokemon over and over again.
A
So you
lot
kind
going
of
on, not a lot happening.
yeah, so you kind of have to take a break in Arceus. Still love it
Uh,
though.
Same here.
Gives me
Moving on
most
to
most challenge I've ever had in Pokemon. You're number 9.
my number 9. I'm gonna sound like a complete
Hypocrite.
hypocrite. Yeah, but my number 9 is in fact Violet, Scarlet and Violet.
Hmm,
I know what I've
reason.
said in the past.
Reason. 2 straight years of nothing but hate. Every day you used to walk in the classroom, you'd be hating.
I'd walk. Actually, he's not lying. I'd walk in there,
Every day
go
you
up
used
to
to
him and
walk in the
say,
class, you'd
"How's
be
that
hating.
game?"
Every day.
I'd be hate every day. I'd pull up clips that he'd send me of glitches and hate. I'd send it to him on a daily and hate. I was a hater, but I'm starting to I'm starting to see it. I use my friend's Switch to start up my own file. I started up my own file and everything, and it's just so nice. Just the different story paths, the nice world with a lot going on, the gym leaders, the fact that one of the gym leaders is also an Elite Four member, which I really like, by the way. The legend, the legendaries and riding them around, the Pokemon. I think not all of the Pokemon there are great, but I do appreciate some of them. The system, just a lot of it's really nice, and I just I have to
What?
admit it,
Oh,
man.
it's nice. Oh, it's nice 2 years
Um,
later.
yes, yes, it's
Weren't
nice
you the
2 years
same one
later.
who wanted me to refund the game?
Yes,
Oh, wasn't that you? We just walked
yeah,
into the classroom and you were like, "Hey, bro, why are you playing this game?" I'll be at lunch battling that one individual, and you'd be like, "Oh, why are you playing that?"
I know. I was a hater.
Ah,
I was a hater.
uh, D1 hater. I mean, he was a professional. Now he loves the game. Now he sees my vision.
I get it
Mm.
now. I know what's going on.
You understand it now, huh?
Yeah.
My number 8, X and Y. My baby
It's
boy. I'm never saying that again. Nah, hell no.
it's a little lower than usual.
X and Y. We'll soon be going back to Kalos. This game, this game was not finished. It was not finished. It was not done properly. After seeing that massive Terror League, we allegedly saw all of South Kalos. Allegedly, of course. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But obviously, there are certain things missing, certain storylines missing. We were supposed to get a Z version, allegedly. Um, There's a lot missing, but what the game have, nice region, great start, one great starter, that carried that, but um, so rivals. The game was probably is it was the easiest Pokemon game of all time, but nobody plays Pokemon for difficulty anyways. But
I said
with
the reviews
time,
were crazy.
things of course evolve and change, and certain things are just better. Where this game back in the day for me used to be ranked higher, and now it's a lot lower. Doesn't mean I don't love it. It just means I can't look at it the same.
That's real. Guess I'll go. My number 8 is Sword and Shield. Now, there's not a lot to say about Sword and Shield because
You
there
put
isn't a
Sword
lot
and Shield
happening.
above Scarlet and Violet.
Oh yeah, I like it just a little
You
more.
put the what in it?
Now look, I know what you're gonna say. I know what you're gonna say. The Sword and Shield has Snom. Pull up a picture of that man.
I'll
Snom.
address. I'll leak it.
Snom is the best Pokemon ever made. I love Snom. And
Just all the
that
brain damage you have from your mom beating you as a kid.
is crazy, crazy. But Snom is it. And I think Scarlet. And I think sorry, not Scarlet. Right? Oh my lord. Uh, it's just I put it. I just still can't believe it's up there now. Um, Sword and Shield is just the most bare bones Pokemon game you can get, but I feel like it's so formulaic that it's just really nice. Also, it has some of the best DLC we've seen.
Better than
Pokemon
Scarlet?
are really nice. I like
Scarlet?
Gigantamax. Gigantamax is a really nice concept. If only they did it for every
He doesn't
Pokemon.
know what I said. Better than Scarlet?
Yes.
We gonna have to debate that off camera.
Talk about that later, I see.
Yeah.
Would you like to go on to your 7?
At my number 7, we have the best-selling Pokemon game. Finally, is no longer Gen 1. I can finally say it, Scarlet and Violet. Why do I love Scarlet and Violet and then switch up 2 years later, like a certain other individual. I believed in this game since day one. It had it had bugs and glitches, but it had a lot of great qualities. Can't put it at number one for that reason. If Game Freak released a definitive edition, this would be the best Pokemon game of all time. Arven's story is not second greatest story next to N. Second greatest story next to N.
Really now?
Yes. Pneumonia's story. I messed up her name again. I don't care. Pneumonia's story. Mwah, beautiful. Just a girl.
Sickness.
A girl who is just crazy about battle. Penny, she was a weird girl. We're leaving it at that. Now, yeah, 3 different storylines. You could just battle. I battled the 5th gym leader. I battled Larry earlier than I was supposed to. Ooh, you just go in the world. I challenged. I did so many things out of order in that game. I actually made Pokemon challenging. It's almost like people ran in my comments saying it was hard. But when the open world game came out, they did the open world in order.
I wonder.
But it's hard, right? Can you imagine, instead of doing the Titan fight, you go take on the 4th gym leader, the 5th gym leader, and the 6th gym leader way before you do that?
Maybe.
When there's an order, okay then. Then Kieran's story. Kieran, someone who was pretty weak. He was kind of trash. He got his team up. He became champion at the Blueberry Academy. Told a better story than Sword and Shield's DLC. I guess not everyone agrees with me. Told a better story than the Sword and Shield DLC. Karen went crazy with power. You snap him back into it. He catch your rival for the first time, catches a legendary. Then he instantly loses it because he doesn't know how to control his power. Then you catch it. He finally snaps out. He helps you in that final fight. It's all so great. Then you go back to Kitakami for the epilogue. Yes, the epilogue was kind of cringy, but guess what it was, though? You got to see Karen hang out with everyone, bring the DLC characters with the normal characters. I wonder what game didn't do that someone else ranked higher, but I guess that's my number 7.
I guess we'll never know, huh?
I guess we never will.
I guess we'll never know. My number 7, Plat. If you want an experience with the 16-bit games, because you don't want to do the 3D games, but you want a solid Pokemon game just all around, Platinum is your go-ahead. Story's pretty solid. I love the team. Trying to summon the god of space and time for, I don't know, that man was schizophrenic. I don't want to play it. The best champion, and I stand on that, all 10 toes. Cynthia. That piano theme she starts playing whenever you fight her, ooh, it tickles me.
Wait, what?
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 Anyway, so there's just there is one issue with it. There's a shortage of a certain type unless you pick a certain starter.
Actually, a top 5 most used. Actually, a top 3 most used type of all time.
Yeah, crazy, isn't it? But if you don't want to use that one specific starter, you have the other best starter in, I think, some of Pokemon, like top 5 starter, Torterra. Turtwig on top. He naturally learning Earthquake. I'm sorry, that's crazy. That's great, actually. Really good typing too. Really good design. I love that, man. I love Turtwig. Turtwig's my boy.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's crazy. My number 6 is Platinum. Okay. Wow. Besides a certain common type, I don't want to repeat the things you just said. So, uh, nice region, very deep region. Sinnoh is a more colder region than like all the others. Where Hoenn was like more of a tropical one. Jodo was more about his history. Kanto was about what, technology? Yeah. Hmm. Kanto was more about technology and that, but Sinnoh was a lot colder, it's a lot slower, a lot more snow routes, and they even have an ice type gym leader. And of course, I had to change some of the things I said because, well, you already said most of the points. All right, I guess that's it for me.
Let's go to my number 6, Arceus. Arceus has some of the best boss fights in all of Pokemon. The fact that you can do the boss fights without even throwing out your I didn't even use my Pokemon during the boss fights. I used only bags.
You
You know
did?
the things you threw at them?
That's kind of the point, though.
Yeah, they were
They
like,
kind
throw your
of like
Pokemon out. Now that's vulnerable. Nah, I think I'm all right. I think I'm completely fine. You could just throw your bags. Some really good redesigns, some really good variant forms. The whole thought that Arceus, God itself, took you back in time and then gave you a cell phone
I
to
mean,
go.
you were really just texting God all the time.
You were
God was
just, you were just on, speed dial with the creator of reality.
that's a crazy flex.
And then at the end, brother, with 8 Pokemon, 2 legendaries just sitting there. Cynthia's great, great, great grandfather staring you down.
Trying to summon Pokemon Satan.
Now, now, what's with Cynthia's lineage and that man? I don't know, but he keeps coming up. That's got to be crazy at the family gatherings talking
I,
about it, huh?
I see why Cynthia's so strong. I mean, the natural talent just
It's
has been there
just,
since
it's in the
birth.
bloodline.
Yeah. If only Bronny could be like that, huh? It don't it don't matter that he scored 30. Let's see him keep doing that.
um, what else? You fight a mountain. That's a Pokemon. I just wanna.
Avalon, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
That's
I
probably my least
really
favorite.
like mountain fights in games. Some really nice characters, good character design. Again, mate, the catching system is just amazing.
You get kicked out the village at some point. They think you're responsible for everything that's happening. You're not, but they just accuse you because, well, you're just someone who fell out the sky. So
You all, they did find you just
yeah,
in your underwear on the beach, huh?
yeah, and you get
With a
starters. They make Oshua the legend, Rowley the legend. I know this boy's gonna get mad when I bring up his name because of the leaks. Even Cyndaquil a legend. It's not canon. I
oh
don't know what freaky
oh
individual wrote
oh
it and almost
oh
finalized it, but someone came to their
oh.
senses and didn't. You done with your number six? I don't want to talk about those leaks. It's not canon. I don't want to talk about it. You done?
Sure,
Okay, thank you.
you know, it's just never mind. I won't say anything.
At my number five, we have a game with so much to offer you, so much to love. Detailed towns with beautiful lore. A town that is basically a treehouse, a treehouse town, pretty much. A treehouse town with actually great lore. They moved there because of the weather. Beautiful, just beautiful, right? Hoenn, three has some of the best all around starters you have. You know, Blaziken, Swampert, ooh, ooh, Sceptile,
Tile.
the best
Oh,
starter of all time. A top five starter of all time.
I think top. starter of all time.
It's not my number one.
I'm gonna go ahead and give him the gold. I'm not gonna hold.
He's in my top three, but Emerald Battle Frontier. The rivals didn't get a final fight in this game, as May and Wally aren't as detailed or as thought out as they were in the remakes, but that is okay. That's why the remakes exist. But we're not talking about the remakes right now. Nice towns with a great Pokédex. Emerald has some
Kizzy.
beautiful music. Beautiful music. You fight both evil teams in the game. Both. Get Rayquaza to stop Groudon and Kyogre. You're going out your way. You going to the battle frontier. You going through this guy, that guy. You battling him, her. It don't matter. You just battling an onslaught. Stop. Battle Frontier is one of the best features in all the Pokemon. This game got the way started. So many features, so many things Emerald added. Some solid starters. May was a chill rival. Wally's character wasn't as deep as it was in these games, but that's why the remakes exist, and that ends it off for me.
My number, my number 5. Alpha Sapphire. Ooh, ooh. My first. I never played. I didn't play Emerald first. Did I tell you that?
Nah.
The first thing I ever played was just Sapphire, and I'd see gameplay of Emerald, and I was like, "What in the world is going on? This is not the same." So then I played Emerald, and then I played the remakes. Alpha Sapphire. Kyogre is my favorite legendary, but we're not gonna get into that. Alpha Sapphire. Actually, Gen 3 has the best remakes. Just flat out, just the best remakes in the entire series. In Alpha Sapphire, some of the best visuals. You get to ride Latios around. You get everything's just the characters are more fleshed out than the original. The towns are more beautiful because we were swapping to the 3D and it actually looks good in 3D, unlike an unfinished game that I still really like. All the same qualities of Emerald, just better, just done better. 3 times folded over, double stacked flipper, better. Everything.
At my number 4, going to America to celebrate the red, white, and blue. Oh, black and
Mm.
white. I know black and white at first used to get hate. The switch up is crazy. I never switched up. We come to America, and some people are surprised that you can't use a Pokemon that's in Japan in America. Don't make the rules, but I see why they went for the regional decks. You know, people wanted by Gen 5, people wanted the Pokemon formula to change. They wanted something different, so they gave you something different. They made it to where you couldn't use all the Pokemon you wanted to use until the post game, which that's okay. You still had 150, like what, 8?
Yeah.
158 Pokemon to use right throughout the game. The starters, Tepig is absolutely atrocious.
I love Tepig.
I do not care what he says. Absolutely atrocious. But Oshawott and Snivy
Beautiful.
are fine, right? With a nice region, beautiful music. Actually, you're running through a city. People are running through the city with you. People are running through the city. Cresselia City, people are running through the city with you.
Just day to day
They are
life.
running through the city. You can go and talk. You can go into one of the buildings, battle a few people, and then talk to the game developers of Pokemon themselves. They put their character in the game. You got N, a dude whose team changes nearly every fight. He's not catching Pokemon; they're coming with him willingly. You have Bianca, a girl whose parent Her parents don't want her to Pokemon battle because they know she's not good enough. She thought she was good enough. Come to find out, she couldn't even achieve her dream. She fails. Karen doesn't even know why he's doing this. So the champion has to ask him, "What are you doing this for?" He doesn't even know. He realizes he's not cut out to be a champion. That's some deep stuff. They realize that failing is okay. That being a Pokemon trainer isn't the only path in this world. They realized it. And could get Pokemon on his side. Any Pokemon on his side. His father was manipulating him. I'm gonna stop before this gets too long. I'm done. That's my that's my number 4. Godly.
Uh, my number four. I'm gonna have to explain this one a little. My number four is Emerald. Now let me explain why this is so high. Emerald is the Pokemon game. Now what do I mean by this? Emerald is the formula and plan, like the set, the blueprint of Pokemon.
Standard.
Now is it? Now is it better?
Standard.
Yeah. Is it better than Alpha Sapphire? No, because Alpha Sapphire was meant to be the better of Emerald, right? But Emerald is the reason why we got Platinum, Black and White, X. Emerald is like the reason why Pokemon is the way it is. It changed everything. We started getting fully evolved Pokemon, not unfinished Pokemon. We started getting a flushed out story instead of just evil people. We started People started having motives, actual characters started being brought up. Emerald is the reason why we have so many things, and that's why it's up there.
My number 3. It was taken off of someone else's top 10 because of the leaks, but Heart Gold and Soul Silver, a game that offers you so much freedom, so much choice, and so much lore to every town, especially Ecruteak City. You go back 5 times. The starters are kind of weak. You have Typhlosion and Typhlosion. Ain't really a lot of
Uh,
choices you had to go through Gen 2.
I think Totodile is pretty great.
Oh, no, I mean, you're saying it now, but because of certain allegations against. Oh, oh. Anyways, the Johto region, better than the Kanto region. Vastly better. The reason why, but like, there's a lot of beautiful towns. You go to a lighthouse to help, you go to a lighthouse to help a Ampharos. You travel all the way to a lighthouse, go through all the floors of the lighthouse just to help this girl's Ampharos. Go to the gym, challenge her, beat her. You can quite literally, at some point, take up to 2 to 4 gym leaders at a time. But the biggest shame on why Gen 2 doesn't get to shine as much will always live in the shadow of Kanto. Very simply. Because every gym leader's Pokemon, besides, yeah, and not even Whitney, yeah, but her ace isn't, okay. Besides Whitney, their ace Pokemon is a Gen 1 Pokemon. Why?
Crazy work.
It didn't even, you had new Pokemon, and it's like, no, let's go back to the Gen 1 Pokemon. You finish what Red started, you stop Team Rocket. You go to Kanto, you beat all the gym leaders there. You Silver, a boy who you kind of tell the police who he is. Well, it kind of makes sense why he hates you. But at some point, even Silver gets redeemed. You, it's been 3 years since Red's mom seen Red. You go up there, you challenge Red. You realize you've been basically battling Red sloppy seconds, been playing catch up. You beat him, and yes, you do become the best trainer. After finally taking this man down, proving that you were better than him, proving that you were not just battling his sloppy seconds throughout Kanto, and you become the true ultimate champion. What was originally supposed to be the end of Pokemon.
My number three is something near and dear to me. X and Y. While his X and Y did move down, I did not. I stayed loyal. I stayed faithful. I stayed with it.
Wait until Z comes up.
I think it could be up here just for one and one reason alone, but there's more reasons. And that one reason, I think it could be up here by itself. The best gimmick to come out of Pokemon altogether. Side games, main games, anything. Mega Evolution. People were hating on X and Y when it came out, but now people are out here screaming, praying in the streets that Mega Evolution comes back. Praying that Mega Evolution comes back. And with good reason, too. Beautiful designs, great concepts. Sceptile's tail is a missile now. Sceptile's tail is a missile now. Some really great characters, except for the 50 gazillion rivals that you have. They're just kind of shell of human beings with like one attribute trait. A beautiful Elite Four. A beautiful Elite Four. The place that you fight them in. Actually, everywhere.
Okay, the
everywhere that you
place you fight them in, I can agree with. Beautiful Elite Four question.
Now, a really good champion that's tied in with the main villain too. He's over there glazing her, talking about you're beautiful. I wish all things could be beautiful. She's like, what are you talking about? And then he turns around and tries to get the god of destruction's help to cleanse the earth or something. I don't know. Philosophy, morality, all that kind of stuff. I did not care because we got some of the best starters to come out of Pokemon, except for Chespin. I'm sorry, Chespin. Love you though. Beautiful world. Some of the really nice gym leaders and designs. Now, was there a lot to be desired? Yes. Could you tell that this game was supposed to be in 16-bit until it got to the 3DS and the gimmick changed for the entire console, so they had to make it into 3D? And that there were very only few times that 3D was actually made into the game, and you can tell that it was just put there because it was on the 3DS? Yes. That's a rant for another time, though. But it's still an amazing game.
Well, we both got the same number 2. Black and White 2.
Ooh. Basically black and white, but continuous. One, it's a direct sequel. Only direct sequel, by the way.
I said.
No, it is a direct sequel. It just follows up.
I'm agreeing with that, but like, you know how Johto and Gold and Silver, yeah.
You didn't really defeat Team Plasma in the first game. Just kind of stopped them from getting their hands on the legendary, so they just kind of leave and just go and grab another one that fuses with the other two legendaries, and you've actually become champion in this game.
This time, yeah, like you said, you become champion. You get to see Bianca 2 years later, and Karen. Karen is like the first gym leader you take on, has a normal type team. Bianca gives you the starters. So once again, Tepig is atrociously bad. Oh my goodness, trash. But
baby boy.
World, which I say is better than the Battle Frontier. Oh, that World Tournament feature. Oh, don't get
so
me
many things.
Don't get me. That World Tournament features.
It's everything. It's a city. It's a flushed out city and towns and a community that just feels
once again, you get to battle Red, and you battle Red again. You get to. There's new gym leaders this time around. Things have changed. Obviously, things have changed for the better. Things are a lot more peaceful this time around. Of course, Team Plasma is back, but they're not as much of a threat as they were in the first game. Of course, N is back this time, and Ghetsis is about to kill you, but N comes in at the last second and saves you, completely showing you that he has changed from the first game. Got anything else you'd like to add?
Um, some of the best gym sets in all of Pokemon. Um, I get to fight a cowboy, and that makes me happy. Also, the Dragon Gym leader, the Rising Dragons, trying to get to the top as you scramble, and then you realize you're both on gigantic dragons that are supposed to resemble yin and yang because it's black and white.
Also,
Ha!
Iris, one of the gym leaders, depending on the version you had, is now the champion of the region.
Mm.
Ooh, see, things
Ooh.
change, things evolve. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not tip pick, but everything else sure did. And don't worry, this time you can actually, yes, actually use Pokemon that aren't Gen 5 before the end of the game. See, you guys got your wish after hating on the game for when did Black and White come out? 2011?
Something. It's
So
ancient.
2011 to 2019. So 8 straight years of hate for the switch up.
Hmm.
I ain't hear nobody talk about Black and White how much they loved it until the Sword and Shield came out. They were like, oh, maybe it wasn't so bad.
Maybe we
Maybe
judged you too
maybe we were
harshly.
just too harsh.
And my number one, the oh the glaze I could glaze on this game, Black and White one baby. Oh, there's a video out there about
Just like how
me.
he likes his femboys.
There's a there's a video out there about me glazing Black and White for like 50,000 minutes straight. But let me start glazing again. And let me glaze about the thing I love the most because I know if I don't get it out the way, I'm going to talk about it too much. There's a city on a bridge, and everything that they do is surrounded by music. Let me say that again. There's a city on a bridge. There's a city on a bridge. You're wondering about the next city you're gonna hit. You're going through the bridge. You're going through the bridges that connected by the cities, and you're like, man, I wonder what the next thing's gonna be. And then you sit there and you realize, oh, I'm in the city. This is the city. It's the bridge. The bridge is the city. They said, dang, there's not enough space. What do we do? Bridge city. You get to go into buildings, tea parties, which then you have to do triple battles in or rotation battles, depending on what start you get. Triple battles weren't that bad. Everyone's hating. Um, really nice starters. The
Triple back.
gym,
No, I love rotation battles. I don't know.
the
Continue.
gyms are amazing. Everyone in the people in Black and White have actual lives. Isn't that crazy? Some of them are painters, some of them are artists, some of them take care of kids. It's just a bunch of people that so happen to be really good at harnessing and connecting with Pokemon. It's not about strength and power to them. It's about being one with their Pokemon and harnessing their, uniqueness and hobbies and skills that just allow them to be able to have a really close bond with them and become more powerful enough to become a gym leader. Did I mention there's a city on a bridge?
Oh my god, you just
Also, the story. Oh, the story. Amazing. The fact that you go back into that you don't become champion because of everything that happened to you. If I was in my champion battle and someone broke through and just like started trying to get everyone, I think I'd quit too. All my friends left. The only person to condole me is the son of a evil monster that wants to destroy the world and manipulate people by saying that he wants change, but not really wanting it just because he wants power. I think I'd quit for a few years too. And that's what that game's about. It's okay to fail. It's okay to be in the wrong. It's all right, man. That's my number one.
we don't have Legend ZA yet. We don't have Gen 10 yet. Uh okay. I'm waiting for you, Gen 10. One day we'll be there. At my number one, we got Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Now, I don't care at all what no one else got to say. This is me. This is me. These are the same people who said this franchise was hard. So, it, anyways, number one. First of all, Mega Evolution to Hoenn Pokemon. Mega Sceptile, Mega Blaziken, Mega Swampert. Turn Sceptile. Sceptile was the only starter that didn't have a second type to go with it. Now it's Grass Dragon. Tell me that's not love. Tell me that's not love.
It is. It is love.
Split timeline. A mega timeline, a non-mega timeline. Delta episode. You get Rayquaza. You fly on Rayquaza to space, battle the Yoxes, catch the Yoxes. You can soar across the entire region, seeing Hoenn for what it is. Just this big, like the only Pokemon, one of the only Pokemon like games that are like the old ones that will fit into the open world setting perfectly. And people may say Hoenn is mostly water. You are 6 gyms in before you go into the water. What are you talking about? Your math clearly ain't mathing, buddy. What else? Wally's story gets more fleshed out. You battle him before taking on the Elite Four. May gets a proper final fight where her Pokemon Mega evolves in the final fight. Beautiful. I mean, beautiful music. Did I mention there is a tree house town with deep lore? Did I mention that?
Oh, but when I go on about my city, Bridge,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
it's all right.
It's I'm sorry. Mega evolutions of Pokemon that deserve it. Everyone goes on about how every Pokemon should get no. Not every Pokemon is marketable. A lot of them, yes, but some of them just don't. Look, Mega
I don't know
Evolution
why
to
Pinsir has
certain
a Mega
Pokemon,
Evolution.
and others just no. We don't need like a Mega Eevee or something. Let me not give them ideas.
Before they do any Mega Eevee, they need to get Eevee the
No.
rest of the types, the 50 missing types.
Well, we were gonna get a flying type, allegedly.
Were
Allegedly. But back to what I was saying about this. Oh, so beautiful game. Watson literally builds his gym in a mall. Builds the entire mall, by the way. The entire mall. A
crazy work.
beautiful mall, by the way. A lot to see inside of that mall. I get lost in it at times, just exploring how deep it is. Characters get redesigned. Maxie gets a redesign. Archie gets a redesign. Godly, they don't look the same as they did in Emerald. They look so much better. Their grunts even get a redesign. They look better.
I love the Pirates.
Yes. One's trying to expand the sea. One's trying to expand the earth. You got to stop it. Maxie looks. No, not even. Actually, not even Maxie. Archie looks so much better. So much better. If I put these two side by side, which one seems more threatening? Exactly. Exactly. The dude who actually looks like a pirate, and the other one looks like a wannabe. And not like another game for Gen 4 that got a remake and all the characters stayed the same all those years later. No, this game actually redesigned their characters. And unlike in the Johto games, these gym leaders actually use the Pokemon of the region as their ace Pokemon, like how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to market this region, not the first one. And with that being said, thanks for watching, and yeah, goodbye.